There it is. There it is. All the fun and games. Everybody, look at this. Look, he's got a fuzzy microphone. Sweet.
Oh no, these are the early birds.
It's no fun without iPhone audio. Anyway, here we go.
These are just the really dedicated early birds.
Very cool. Very cool. So, neat. Fun. Almost over. Oh, look at that. Okay.
I'm loving your tattoos. I think this crowd is definitely the really older tattoo crowd.
Can I videotape you? Can I videotape you all talking?
Yeah.
So why are you here today?
I'm here from New York.
Awesome.
I am watching the trial. I don't want to side with anyone.
Let justice prevail.
Yeah, just because my mom has suffered domestic violence, so I don't want to put my emotions on it.
Absolutely.
So
Good thinking.
I just want to hear it all first.
Yes.
I don't want to make a decision just because.
You're like a judge. You're gonna wait till it plays out.
I am a Johnny Depp fan. I mean, I feel like I'm slightly going that way. Like I'm doing my own research.
Have you watched Legal Bites at all?
Legal bites.
Yeah. So there's a collection of lawyers that are streaming the courtroom broadcast. And what they have is a lot of different lawyers from all across the country. It's apolitical, but it's called Legal Bites. And it's on what they call LawTube. And now it's all of a sudden, nobody paid attention to it. And then they were there early before anyone else. And then all of a sudden they blew up and everybody's writing articles on them. But I think what you just said is really important because you're holding judgment. You want to see what's said. And then be fair.
Yeah, because like these are fans, you know, like
yeah.
It's not really, they're not going by the actual case, and I like law and crime, so I'm going more for that. Even though like I'm a big Edward Scissorhands fan,
yeah,
I'm really like Johnny Depp was my childhood that made me feel safe and
that's
weird,
cool.
You know? So it sucks to hear all those things.
It does, and it's sort of you.
And it kind of was in our face, but like.
Well, we never got a chance to hear both sides. They kind of snowballed on him.
If he keeps getting like away with things, like he could die himself.
Yeah.
Like he could go. He has to realize that the drugs could just change his thing. Like it
his
could
own self-preservation
to the point that you could die. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he could get help. He needs help for sure. Like
he seems sober now. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Oh no. We're just chatting about Johnny Depp.
Who are you?
So, I have a lot of friends and a lot of associates that have been victims of DV. So I'm like, oh, this is terrible. And the whole believe her, I got it because there was so much dismissal of a woman. And then you start sort of like I knew a relative of a friend who got accused, and there was a couple years difference between the two of them, and he was labeled, and that was the end of it. And it was like, wow, it was kind of a heavy-handed approach to something that, but I understand the means to protect victims.
There's nothing against like age, like the age dating, but you have to realize that like Johnny, he's lived more than Amber Heard.
I don't think any of us could live his life and survive it.
Yeah, I mean, has to not be okay if he's done all those drugs. Yeah. Chemical waves, like
it's the nature of that beast. I mean, LA and all that. You think of people having a lot of money in LA, you don't think of being sober and going to church every Sunday.
I mean, he's 58. He hasn't like worked on his childhood trauma. Like he keeps pushing it away. It's only it just keeps coming right up. It's like a cycle, you know.
Yeah. And that's what's coming out in the court hearing. That both of them suffered from that.
Yeah, and it's just I feel like Johnny should be more of a model for Amber.
He should be, yes.
He started talking to her since she was 19. You know what I mean? So that's
so there's a real vulnerability there. Yeah. I see that.
It sucks. Like it sucks. Like,
so I have a stepson who had a fiance very much like Amber, and she's very polished and very kind, and we sort of, okay, they're working through their, their early adult problems. And then eventually I started to realize this bitch is lying 24/7. And not to sound vulgar or anything,
No, you're right.
but after a while you give the benefit of the doubt, because you want to be kind. And then eventually you go, oh, hell no. Okay.
The thing is, if Amber was like, oh, I'm just not going to work anymore and take whatever Johnny, then that's like, okay, she's going for money. And maybe she is using him for fame. Yeah. Everyone does it. He did it himself.
I'm using it for fame right now. I mean,
he dated famous makeup, like he dated famous makeup, new Nicolas Cage. Like he did the steps too that Amber did.
Yeah.
So it's just, I feel like they're the same animal. They're the same, and that's why they bump heads.
Yeah.
And she knows what will.
She's not
tweak him, and it's not because that's his own insecurity. So they're both just jabbing each other.
It's a toxic relationship of the classic form. Yeah, fire and fire.
It's just going to make a bigger fire.
I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Thank you.
I'm going to do a quick pause and want to tell you that we met some really nice people out here, so thanks. See you guys soon. Now I do